Good morning again. And here we are, taking that breath, hopefully. So I hope you are having a good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Mine's going pretty good. So, daughter-in-law just had a baby boy. So hopefully we go get to see him today. So I'm all excited about that. So just doing the running around this morning, but now it's a chance to just take that breath. It's like, oh yeah, light switch, click. Get the feet flat on the floor, butt comfortable in the seat, shoulders relaxed, necks relaxed. And just think about nothing for the next 15 minutes except maybe what does the universe have to show us. I have to say, last night in the store, I always hang out, and I was reading Manly Wade, what's his name? Manly. Oh, I forgot his name. Anyway, I was reading a book that Barnes & Noble has. And this really nice person comes up, and her and her mother, and it was like, I really like mothers who are really interested in their kids. And by kids, I mean somebody who's like not a kid. It's just when you see the enthusiasm, and they were looking at tarot cards, and we were talking about it, and I love talking tarot. And it just reminds me, it's like, so this weekend I have a class coming up, and I get to do that. And I'll be doing readings live at Karma Fest. So it just reminds me how much, when I first got the tarot, you get fascinated. You're fascinated by all the things. And then once I really got into the tarot, it was more about being excited. And that's how I really feel. I'm going to go to Karma Fest, and you'll see a lot of people who are very calm, sedate. I am such a hyper person. It's like, if I get excited about something, there's no way that I'm all calm and sedate about it. I am like all energy. So I'm looking forward to this weekend. But it's true. First, when you get fascinated by the tarot, it's like, it's very mysterious and mystical, and it always is. But once you really start to get it, when you first start, will I ever get a grasp of it? It's like, who knows? But when you start understanding it a little bit, any hobbies. I was actually wondering, in this day of age and internet, oh, good morning, Joey. In this day of internet and TV for the last 100 years, what is the last thing that somebody put their 10,000 hours in? The 10,000 hours were, tennis pros. Well, they put their 10,000 hours in. The guitar for me, it's like, I'm sure I put 10,000 plus hours. And to me, it just makes me wonder, it's like, what's the last thing somebody put their 10,000 hours in? Because when you start doing that, it really is, I get that enthusiasm. And again, I'll just say it's kind of funny because I am not a crunchy granola kind of guy. Although I love all the pagan festivals and I love doing all that stuff. It's just all the enthusiasm that goes with loving something. Yeah, tarot for me is like the big thing now. I'm going to start doing more videos on. I got some historical decks, and I've been waiting to do, some more box openings. So I got a Nicholas Conver, and I got a Jacques Villeville, and a Jacob Yager. All these historical decks. So I am going to start doing the box openings again. But that's all I was thinking about. It's like that feeling and finding something that you want to put that 10,000 hours in. So, that's enough rambling for me. I am going to go here. And I'm sure you're not interested in seeing my coffee. Let's make sure. Yeah. Maybe I'm just excited about being a grandfather. Oh my God, all that gray. So what does the universe have for us today? Again, I already mentioned about taking that breath and relaxing the shoulders and the neck. And because I'm all full of adrenaline, it's like I think I need to do that again. Because it is a very special day. Yeah, individual tarot decks are absolutely like friends. You know, I mean, again, I'll just say like this, my Marseille deck, it's like, I know this one like a best friend. I mean, when that deck finally goes, it's like, it's going to be very upsetting. So, I'm going to make our 3 stacks. Each one of these a different thread going out to the universe. Each one of these a different thought or conversation. And if we believe in the multiverse, each one of these is like a different path. Because this conversation will lead down one path as compared to this conversation or this one. So this morning, let's take what's underneath, the bottom stack. That's the one I like to think of as what's guiding us and we don't even see it. What's underneath and influencing us. And I'm going to do our 3-in-1. And I'm going to flip them over one at a time like we're reading the pages of a book. Ace of Cups. So cups are what? Spirituality, feelings, and emotion. And aces are like planting that seed. Aces are new beginnings. It's that number 1, the first number in the numerology. Okay, I'm going to be really curious to see what this spread is because, of course, we don't want to assume anything. The 4 of Swords is my personal significator card. Just to let you know, is that I know a lot of people pick a major, and for the significator, they'll pick a court card. But for some reason, this one card, swords are thoughts, swords are ideas. And when you have 4 swords, like the 4 legs on a table, it's like you finally are getting a break. It's like 4 is such a stable number. So if you imagine swords being thoughts, swords being ideas, it's that ability to find some mental stability where you can finally take that break and take a breath. And that's why this card has always been so important to me. And then we have the 10 of Swords. So, the 10 of Swords reversed. And as we can see with the 10 of Swords, I love calling this the I'm okay card. Because sometimes I see this as kind of being an exaggeration. I mean, if you see this guy here, he's got 10 swords. And like the question I like to ask is like, is our day really so bad that it's I've got a sword stuck in my ear bad? And so sometimes it's just that we get that mental thing going where we feel so overwhelmed. And of course, if we ask somebody how they're feeling, see how he's got the little hand signal there? He's signaling, I'm okay. But the 10 of Swords is about all that anxiety, all those things finally coming to a head. As I like to remind myself with the numerology, aces are new beginnings. 2 means you have choices. 3 means if it's a sword, it's like something intruding in and just throwing us off balance. But 4 is where we get the balance. 5 is where we're trying to crest a hill now because we're trying to get to 10. And then the end of the race, if this is a race, 1 through 9. 9 is the end of the race. Hooray, you won. 10 is what we do with the winnings after the race, because we're about to start a new cycle. So the 10 of Swords is positive in that sense. It's positive that it's a chance for things to start over again. And being reversed, when it's like this, we're still in that, I'm okay. You know, when somebody asks you, how are you feeling? Have you ever said, oh, I'm fine? Well, I was told a long time ago that FINE stands for effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. So this is about coming out of that. It's about realizing that, you know what, it's time to it's time to do something different. This is the advice card, which is the Hanged Man. But as you can see here, Azatella thought it was actually somebody dancing originally, so he reversed it. He had somebody who thought that somebody was dancing on the ground, and they were tied to a stake on the ground. So that's how but no, it's the Hanged Man, which is about sacrifice and acceptance. But sometimes we're just so tired. We are at the 9 of Swords, we're at the 10 of Swords, and we just don't have any spoons left in the drawer. So when the Hanged Man is reversed, it's about, I don't want to do the sacrifice. I don't want to just accept things. I'm tired. But that's when we are hanging on to all that baggage and saying, I'm okay. I got it. And we just keep dragging it. I think it was Sandy Beach in his book that talks about, it's called Drop the Rock. We're just so used to carrying that rock. We forget how good it feels to finally just drop the rock. Good morning from the Philippines. Good morning. So this is about that progression we get where we go through these cycles. Things, we get emotionally involved in things, and we started out and it feels really good, and after a while, sometimes there's things that we just need to let go of. We need to drop that rock. And Joey's absolutely correct. So here's the Hangman when he's like this. And it's a unique perspective because he's seeing things differently. He's upside down. But what baggage are we holding on to? I mean, when it's things that we do defensively, that have worked for us in the past, our angers, our resentments, the things that help keep us alive, eventually those strategies start to work against us, and we need to drop that rock. And sometimes it takes forgiveness, acceptance, our own sacrifice. So this is about turning the Hangman around, breathing, and saying, all right, I've lived with the 10 of Swords now. I see the progression of how I got there. It's like everything starts out one way. and it brought us peace. You know, let's say if this was drinking, which a lot of people love, and it brings us a sense of peace. And I know because there's a reason why I don't drink, because eventually it can lead to that Ten of Swords. But if we accept that it's like, I got to drop this rock, and it feels like a sacrifice, but that is how we move on to start over with a whole new set of ones. So yeah, today's about just being willing to just, for our own sake, dropping the rock and being able to start a new cycle. And by the Hangman reversed, it lets us know just how difficult that can be. And so, with that, once again, I am hoping that everybody here has an amazing day, an amazing week. And Mary, so I generally don't do readings online because I like connecting with people. I did it during COVID, but I prefer not. But good luck with everything. And good luck, everybody, today. And I hope you have that amazing day. And I'm going to try and do work today. And then I'm going to go see a baby. So take care. Have that amazing day. And thank you all once again very much.